Hi there, this is Debt 101, Aaron Engler, the Debt Professor. We're going to go over the 5 steps that get you out of debt faster and cheaper than what you're doing now. Brought to you by debt-professor.com. The 5 steps. Step number 1, find out who you owe. Step number 2, list out how much you owe. Step number 3, create your budget. Step number 4, you want to choose the right program. And step number 5, you want to make sure that you're choosing the right company. So that's an overview of what we're going to look at in this video. Let's get started. The first step to getting out of debt is to find out how much you owe. You know, there's no way that you are going to get out of debt if you do not know how much you need to save to get out of that debt. So the first step is getting a list together of who you owe and how much. And finding that out is pretty easy. All you need to do is pull together your recent statements that you have that your creditors have sent to you. If they are no longer sending you statements, go to annualcreditreport.com and pull the TransUnion credit report. That is a free website. That's the only place you can get a free credit report. It is run by the government, and once a year you're allowed to get a free credit report from each one of the 3 different credit bureaus. I do recommend joining TransUnion as it's typically the only one that has full account numbers on it. Step number 2, how much do you owe? Put together a list of all your creditors, your balances, your minimum payments due. This can all be done very easily. I have a workbook that I actually put together. It's available on my website, and that website is www.debt-professor.com, as you can see on the screen. Figure out your debt total as well as your total monthly minimum payments so that you know how much you need to save to get out of debt, as well as how much you're expected to be paying right now every month. That number, you need to come up with that number regardless of whether or not you are current or behind. Step number 3, you're going to have to create a budget. You need to see what kind of program is going to be the most affordable for you. The easiest way to do that is by using the workbook download that I have on my website. Again, www.debt-professor.com. There's a real easy worksheet on there, and if you just download it, print it out, you're looking at maybe 2 minutes, and you can have a budget put together which will show you how much you really have available for paying these bills. This is the step that most people do not do, and it's really crucial that you take 2 minutes to do this. This is what will decide really which step in number 4 is going to be best suited for you. Which brings us to number 4, choosing a program. You need to figure out what kind of program is best for you. The easiest way to do that is to take the free debt exam. You answer basically 10 yes or no questions, and it'll give you an idea of what program is going to be the easiest for you. You can find that at www.freedebtexam.com. Go there, take the test, and you'll know pretty quickly whether you're looking at personal loan, credit repair, debt consolidation, debt settlement, or even a bankruptcy if the situation's that bad. That's the quickest way to do it. It takes you about 1.5 minutes to take the free debt exam. So that would be step number 4, just figuring out what kind of program you need. And step number 5, once you know what kind of program you need, then you got to find what company you're going to do business with. If you need consolidation, the free debt exam gives you a link to consolidation companies that I recommend to my clients. You can also find that at debt-professor.com. One word of caution here, if you take the free debt exam and you wind up needing debt consolidation, which is also known as consumer credit counseling, be really careful when if you're doing a search online and you want to find your own company, be really careful as far as what the company does. There's a lot of settlement companies that use the credit counseling name as well as debt consolidation because that's what most people are familiar with. So they market under those names. A lot of times, I've done searches on Google where the top 10 that come up under debt consolidation or consumer credit counseling, those are almost all settlement companies. So be really careful, make sure that it is the kind of program that you need. And one thing that you also want to look at is make sure that you're checking their Better Business Bureau. You want to make sure that they've been in business for a significant period of time, as well as they don't have very many complaints. The grade really isn't as important because some companies in some states actually do give these companies negative scores just because they aren't helping people with their finances. It doesn't make sense to me, but when, with the Better Business Bureau, that's basically a franchise. That is not a government-run entity. So check mostly the length of time the company's been in business as well as how many complaints they have and if those complaints have been handled satisfactorily. If you do need settlement, you can fax me both pages of your worksheets that you get on the website. You can fax that to my personal fax, 866-212-2560. I will contact you, or at least try to contact you within one business day. We'll take a look at your situation, make sure settlement is right for you. We can explain pros and cons to that as well. I will be making a video as far as the pros and cons for debt consolidation as well as debt settlement. So take a look at those. Please do not fax me unless you have completed steps 1 through 4. I'm trying to help a lot of people get out of debt. And if you're not serious enough to take the time, we're looking at a total amount of time of maybe 15 minutes. If you're not going to take 15 minutes to do steps 1 through 4 yourself on your own and make sure that you know what you're looking for, then why would I take 15 minutes with you? I do want to help out people, but I want to help out people who are actively looking for help and are willing to help themselves. So for more information, and if you want a copy of the debt workbook, go to www.debt-professor.com. You can see it there on the screen. And step number 4, you're going to be going to www.freedebtexam.com. And my email is down there at the bottom, aaron.e@debt-professor.com. Feel free to get in touch with me. I hope this has been an informative video for you guys. And if you need anything, feel free to email me or go to debt-professor.com and learn a little bit more about what's out there. Thanks.